come out, I do them, and I print them up, and they're ready to go, and that's it. You know, and when you talk about the simplicity of it, you know, there were times when I took, you know, criticism because people said that, you know, you're supposed to make it more dazzling. But there's nothing dazzling about a woman getting beat and abused by a man.
Right.
You know, and and you shouldn't have to sit down and have to wonder what this word means when you're experiencing that kind of pain. So why not bring it to you as simple as it was given to you? You know, and that's like the core majority of my poems. You know, they're more emotional than big words. You know what I'm saying? Because I want everybody to be able to read them and understand them and feel them. You know what I'm saying? I want no one to feel left out because of your lack of literacy or whatever happened. You know what I mean?
Yes, I definitely understand.
Basically, that's where it comes from. And, you know, sad to say, you know, when you're doing time, you know, you realize that not too many, you know, people inside the penitentiary have very high reading levels. You have a many that do, but there's so many that don't. And, you know, when you make these things simple like this, man, you know, you'd be surprised at people that you reach, man. You know, brothers that are the most brutalest looking brothers, when they read this simple little poem, man, how some of them tears came out their eyes and how they explained to me and expressed themselves and some of the things that they've done that related to some of these poems that they never told no one else. I mean, you know, sometimes, man, I felt like a psychiatrist, man, because you'd be surprised when you share your gift for free, how people share themselves for free. And it's like, with that right there, man, you know, you come in contact with some things, man, that, you know, you would never believe, you know? And that's the beauty of it, you know what I mean?
Thank you so much, Mary Son. I really thank you for sharing that poem with us. Definitely, definitely. Well, on a more lighter note, I feel like the emotions kind of got heavy for a minute. Kind of got heavy, but that's not a bad thing. It's just tapping into being human, tapping into those feelings. So again, I like I said, I thank you. But I want to switch it up, and I want to ask you because you're an experienced poet. You've been doing this for a long time. Like you said, your style is very simple. It's very raw. It's very you get it the way it comes out, and that is okay. Yeah. Please don't let anybody ever tell you that you should do it another way. If that's your passion, that's the way you feel it should be done. Then I say do it. Because clearly you're making an impact on those around you and with those when you were, in the penitentiary. But next I want to ask you, what advice do you have for new poets, young poets, those that, want to step into this genre, this category, this industry, but may be afraid to take that risk? What advice do you have for them?
You know what? I'm going to tell you this. Be yourself. Right from who and where you are, and it will come out, and you'll be surprised at people that you connect with. Because this society today, they try to steer you in a direction to write about what they feel is more popular or what sells the most. And a lot of times, if that's not you and the passion is not there, the boat is going to sink anyway. So my thing to you is write from exactly where you are and who you are. And believe me, you'd be surprised how many people will connect with you and how many people were waiting for someone like you to open up that area so that them themselves can identify who they are through that too, And that's my advice to anyone that's coming out, you know what I'm saying? Because when someone steers you, to me, that's not poetry. You know what I mean? Poetry, to me, from my experience, it comes from the heart. It relates to the deeper part of you. And it's like adding the most beautiful music to words. And if somebody is steering you to do that, there's no way in the world that it's going to come out with the real passion in the music that's necessary to touch others. Because how long can you do something if it's not something that you're really not content with doing?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, for those of you guys who've been listening again, we are on the lines ending live with Mary Son, the poet. Now, I guess you guys should be saying by this point, where is he on social media? How can we get in contact with him? Does he have a Twitter? Is there Instagram, Facebook? So, Mary Son, let us know where the listeners and your supporters can reach out to you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm an 8-track type dude, as you want to say. I haven't, the social media, I've watched what it's done to my children, close friends, and it's like, it took them in some areas that, like, it really turned me off. So, like, I can tell you that, you can contact me at my email at maryson65@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you, and I will respond. And within about 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have a website coming up where we'll be able to interact more, and I'll be able to put up some poems, and you'll be able to see some more of my work, and I can get more in touch and more in depth with my fans and those that's looking forward to connect with me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary Son. It was a pleasure having you on. I appreciate you so much.
And to put it on a more personal level, my number is 347-295-7525. Again, my number is 347-295-7525. Contact me, man. I would love to hear from you, man. Maybe there's something you're going through, man, that you would love for me to put something together for you. And that's my one and only line. There's no robots connected to it. Okay, and it's the same number I've had since 2010. So, I don't change numbers like socks. So, contact me. You know what I mean?
He's a real person, you guys.
That's a direct hit right there.
That's what you sound like to me, Mary Son. You sound like you're a real live person. It sounds like, you've come across the things that social media can do, and you're steering away from it, which I totally understand. So one more time for me. Yes. Repeat your email and your phone number, guys. Listen up.
Yes. Again, maryson65@gmail.com. Again, maryson65@gmail.com. And my phone number is 347-295-7525.
All right, you heard it right here on Wild Radio, Indie News Live. Mary Son the Poet. He's giving you his contact information. You've heard 2 of the poems from his collections, and I hope you guys are feeling what he's saying and understand what he's saying the way I understand. Again, Mary Son, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, again, this is your girl, Caribgem, right here on Wild Radio. Keep it locked for another edition of Indie News Live. Muted. Indie media for the indie spirit.
Hello? You and I was one of the times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger. It was just you and I all those wonderful times. I can't deny you got me wrapped around your finger.
You are now tuned into WildURadio.net. Indie media for the indie spirit. Get wrapped up in 24/7 indie music. Wild Radio.